get
Come
it.
on, Goody.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. The Stapler here. I got another deck profile for you guys today. We got a really good one. Alright, let's hear it. What is your name? What did you top? And what place did you get?
Hi, I'm GARDE, and I won first place at the PPG Remote Duel with the Dragon Link.
Attaboy. You got any shoutouts before we start this thing, Eric?
Yeah, so my first shout goes to my girlfriend for being super amazing and supportive. Just want to thank her for letting me play this game. My second shout goes to the Stapler for letting me be on this channel. Don't forget to give him a like and for those subscribe to his channel.
Hell yeah.
Third shout goes to my team, Caillou Gaming. Every member on the team, Chris, Wilson, Vivek, Michael, and Ethan Lynn, they all helped me play test and show their support. Also, Drew Violet on Discord that tested the deck with me the night before. And then final shout out goes to Isalu Watadanjike from Duelist Academy Patreon for helping me build the deck, and also everyone from the Duelist Academy's Discord.
Right on, dude. Congrats on getting first place. And let's show these let's show this deck profile off, these Dragon Links off, alright?
Yeah, so first off, I play 3 Tracer, 2 Synchron, 1 Recharger, and then 1 Router. So I know some builds, they like to play 2 Router or 2 Tracer. Personally, I prefer to have 3 Tracer because I at least want to see 1 in my hand so I can summon off a Boost Sector. And then with 1 Router, it's more for a discard fodder, and if I don't open with any rocket monsters, it becomes more of a brick. So the only time you actually want to discard it is from Dragon Ravine or Safer to add Noctive Vision. And yeah, so just those 7 rocket monsters.
Yeah, and Rocket Trace is too good to not run at 3 in my opinion, and F's Router, man, it's a pretty good discard. You get a lot of value off of it, and especially if you discard it off of Ravine and then search something, or send something else, so it's really good.
Yeah, 100%. And then next up I play 3 Saferts, 3 Chamber, and then 3 Noctive Vision. So the 3 Saferts is pretty standard at this point. 3 Chamber. So Chamber is one of the best discards for the deck because it's a piece that you need to get to Chaos Levy off of Dragon Ravine, and you can revive it off of Pisty. Also, it depends on the matchup because if you're going first against Tri-Zoo, you would want the double bounce from Seal and Tiding for their Zoo or Tri-Brigade monster. And then with Noctive Vision, so my deck is based on Isala's list when he won the Invitational, and when we were working on the deck together, he recommended me to play 3 Noctive Vision because it's the best extender to have in your hand, and it helps play through a lot of things, including Joel. So ever since I switched to 3 Noctive, I was able to play and still managed to get to my end board.
Right, yeah. Playing through those hand traps is essential, especially today. We don't have any. Well, you got 1 Called by the Grave, I guess, and Triple T's does it for you, but it's nice when you can build in Noctive Vision and have like an extra extender in your deck instead of relying on other hand traps or anything else.
Yeah. And then for the Chaos Engine, I play 1 Black Dragon, 1 White Dragon, and 1 Levineer. Pretty standard at this point.
Right. Levineer's busted. Black and white are really good, so gotta love those cards.
And then to run off the dragons, I play 1 Brotar and then 1 Red MD. And that's pretty much it.
Pretty standard. Dragons. Pretty good combo right there.
Yeah. And then for my defensive cards, I play 3 Jordan Lockbird, and then 3 Dark Ruler No More. So I thought those cards were perfect main deck, and it covers the best 3 decks in our current format, that being Dragon Link, Tri-Zoo, and Drytrons. And throughout the tournament, there were a few times I saw them, and they did their job. So I probably wouldn't want to cut them anytime soon.
Right. Dark Ruler No More, man. It's a really, really good card in my opinion, and that built-in effect where you can't respond with monster effects makes it even better. And then, like you said, Droll hits a lot of stuff. People kind of forget about it sometimes, but it definitely bounces in and out of the meta. So,
yeah,
real good.
Alright, and then for the spells, I play 1 Boost Sector and then 1 Dragon Ravine. You only need to play one of these cards because during your first turn combo, you only need the one boost sector, one dragon ravine, and then once you set up your board, turn 2, your opponent they have to kill you at that point, because if they don't, then like if you just like let them, or if they let you like have your board, next turn you just kill them, and yeah.
Right. And you decided on only running one boot sector. I've seen a couple
Yeah.
people run 2. Why did you say you only run 1?
So with the one boost sector, so the builds that are playing 2 boost sector, they're usually playing the PK, which in my opinion is like one of the weakest. You usually want to play the Titan version because having that interruption with Titan, or I could say like having that interruption with Titan is super impactful, and also you could use Titan as a extender, because if you have Titan in the graveyard, you could just banish it, summon out Chamber, and then from there you have an extra Dragon Monster, and then you start comboing it off with it.
Right on. So you only need 1 then. Cool.
Yeah. And then for the holy spells, you play 3 Chaos Base, 3 Quick Launch, and then 3 Guard Dragon. You definitely wouldn't want to cut any of these cards. They're just like too broken in the deck
Right.
that you need to max out on.
Right. Chaos Space get you pretty much all the cards you want to see. Quick Launch, how can you say no to special summoning something straight from the deck? And then World Legacy, man, getting that extender from the graveyard, which is pretty essential in this deck. You usually have a target. You almost always have a target in the grave for World Legacy to work, so I don't see why you wouldn't run 3 to see it and extend.
Yeah, it's like a Monster Reborn, and then you use whatever monster you summon, make that into an LP, move that LP to a zone, and then use LP effect to summon a monster from your deck. And
Right.
then you're golden. And then to round off, just to Tiny, you don't really need to play 3. The only time you would want to play 3 is like during the grind games. But like I said, like with this deck, like you just want to set up your board, and turn 2, if they can't like out it, turn 3 you just kill them next turn. So I don't feel like you need to play 3 of them. Only if you're like in a really grindy game. Maybe.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Clean 40 right there.
Clean 40. You didn't ever think about going over or under? Well, obviously you can't go under, but you didn't think about going over?
No, I got you. At the moment, not really. I just I think this build is perfect how it is in my opinion. The only time I'll go over 40 is like if I add the with the 3 Remus, one of the new cards from Ghost from the Past, and then a second Dragon Ravine. But since Joel is so heavily played right now, and then with the Dragon Ravine engine, like that hard loses to Joel.
No,
So
yeah.
I don't think I would add it anytime soon.
Right. Might as well keep it
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah.
On to the extra
And
deck.
then Field Center, and then tokens, the 2 dual dragons, and then Nibiru.
There you go.
And then I play 3 Striker Dragon. So during your combo, you usually want to use 2 Striker Dragon unless you have a Legacy Guard Dragon. You might play, or you might use one of them. But third one definitely comes up a lot. Turn 3, because like I said, for turn 3, what you want to do is you would summon like a level 4 lower dragon monster, make that to a Striker Dragon, and then use Striker Dragon effect, target himself and target Recharger, and then Striker Dragon gets destroyed, add Recharger, and then Recharger effect, it gets discarded, and then you get to special summon a free Dark Dragon monster from your graveyard. And it's even really good if you have Red MD, because you could just summon Red MD, and then use Red MD effect to special summon a Link 2 Dragon monster, and then make a Red MD the Link 2, and then either your Savage or a Hot Red into a Boar Sword and just kill your opponent from there.
Right. Boral Sword just ends the game, dude.
Yeah.
Real good card.
Next up, I play 2 Seal. So, I know some builds, they cut the 1 Seal for either a Beat Cop or Protector Whelp, only to out the Contact C. I haven't really experienced Contact C that much, so I think it's safe for me to like just still play the second one. And it's definitely really good playing, or like having the second one if you get Nibiru, which happened to me in the finals where he nibbed me, and then I still ended up with a with my end board with having a Seal, Titan, Chaos Levy, Rip one with a Hot Red and Savage.
It's still pretty
And
busted, right?
yeah, yeah. Second seal is needed, and then I play the Guard Dragon package, Pisty, OP, fortunately no Agripane,
Right.
and then
If only.
if only yeah. One Hulk, one Romulus, one Quadboral, one Sword, and then one Appaloosa. Nothing. I mean, this is pretty much standard. The only cuttable card that I was thinking about is Appaloosa, because it's more of a win more card, and the card that I was thinking about replacing is probably a Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, because lately I've been getting close into time, so just having Scarlet for games 3, I could just like sit up my board and then like during like towards my end of the combo, once time is called, I could just summon out Scarlet and then use Scarlet effect to blow up the field, and my opponent takes 500 damage for each monster destroyed, and just went from there.
Right. Burn damage game 3 is always pretty good.
Yeah. And then for the synchros, one Savage, Chaos Ruler, and then Hot Red.
All
That's about it.
pretty self-explanatory. You like that Dragon Ruler?
Oh yeah, 100%. So one of the 2 favorite cards for my deck is probably Chaos Levianeer and Chaos Ruler, in my opinion. Just like summon this card and milling 5 and add 1, it's really good. And plus you could special summon him from the graveyard, and just like it definitely helps push for game 100%.
Right. Pretty good card, and definitely helps you grab cards you need from the top of your deck. So real nice.
Yeah. And then for the side deck, I play 3 Psycho Readers, 3 Alphas, and then 3 Lancia. So I wanted more defensive cards against the Drytron deck, and I didn't really want to rely on Jolt so much. So by adding another impactful hand trap, I could not only stop them for a turn, but also have them lose some of their resources with the Psycho Reader. And then against the Mirror, not a lot of people side Alphas, which I'm surprised, because I think this card is the best going second card for the Mirror. It baits out at least 2 interruptions. So what you would do is you would summon Alpha, and then go to battle phase, attack Seal, forcing them to bounce Alpha, and then main phase 2 you just summon him again, because he's not a hard once per turn summon, and then just bounce like either a Hot Red or a Savage, and that kind of baits out their negates. So they're left with a Titan or like either whatever effect negation they have left.
Right. Yeah, Alpha's pretty good, and I don't know why people don't play it more often.
Yeah. And then with the 3 Lancias, so it basically shuts off Jin, and also Dinos as well. But yeah, it's really good.
Right. Lancia I've seen end game's pretty quick, which is kind of crazy. It's it's not the best hand trap in the world, you'd think, but Lancia is pretty powerful if it's against the right matchup.
Yeah, for sure. And then I play 3 Cosmic Cyclones and then 3 Twisters for back row removal. They're really good against the Invoked Shadal and then Pranket's matchup, as they're both quick play spells that I can use in the standby phase and pop either their Shadal Schism or Pranket's Pandemonium, which is really impactful, because with Pandemonium they just summon Battle Butler and they nuke your field like for 2, which is definitely impactful, and I don't think you could ever recover from that.
Right.
And then with the Shadal matchup, you just pop the Schism, or like if you don't get rid of the Schism, they just summon out Window. It makes your it just makes the matchup really hard to like try to out with the Window, and like in the main deck, like your only out is like Tidying. That's if you're going first. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, you never know when you're gonna have to face some sort of back row heavy deck, and I would say that those 2 are pretty prominent right now. They're pretty top tier. I'd say a lot of people like playing them, and they're fun to play. So you got to have something against them in the side deck at least.
Yeah, for sure. And that's basically it.
Cool, man. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate the insight on your Dragon Link deck. Again, congratulations on your first place, and I hope you go even better and bigger and better and bigger and better as we go on with all these tournaments, hopefully when we get back into real life, you can. I know they're starting up a little bit more in real. Wow, can't speak. I know when they're starting up more in real life tournaments. Hopefully you can have more success there too. So, congrats, man, and thanks for coming on and sharing the profile for me. You got any last words, man?
No, I just think Dragon is the best deck right now in the format. The deck does get hit. I'll probably like go back to my Dry Chong deck, and yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for having me on this channel.
No problem, man. Sweet, dude. Catch you later.
Thank you.